Hey everybody, and welcome to this special on the new moon for the 9th of February 2024. So it's a super new moon, so this just means that the moon appears nearer to the earth. It happens in the 27th degree of the constellation of Capricorn. So yeah, you know me, I'm going to do it in depth. So Capricorn is an earth sign, and as you know, with Capricorn energy, even the ethereal, the spiritual becomes practical and rational. This energy invites us to take the time to dig within ourselves, exploring the depths of our being and finding the ways that bring us joy, as well as confronting our innermost fears, anxieties and desires, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn gets a lot of bad stick in astrology because it's seen as the planet of karma. It puts obstacles and limitations in our way. Saturn's the person that goes, yeah, okay, you want to be a singer, but how much do you want it? And then maybe it may make you lose your singing voice for a while, and it's going to be like, okay, so how much do you really want to be a singer? What are you prepared to do? So Saturn tests us to see if we really want the things that we say that we want. So the 27th degree of Capricorn has the Sabian symbol of a mountain pilgrimage, and this Sabian degree rules the deep nerves in the human body. So I'm going to talk more about what all that means as we go on. So a supermoon can happen when there's a new moon, in this case a full moon. So this is a peregrine new moon in simple. It means that it's not visible to the naked eye because new moons rarely are. The moon's hiding, but the energy of the supermoon still affects the earth tides and astrology sort of like vibrations as well. So astrologically, this symbolizes a time of transformation and new beginnings. As the Sabian symbol suggests, we're making a pilgrimage. We're starting small steps in our journey to self-discovery or a spiritual journey to have more enlightenment about ourselves. And enlightenment doesn't make us better than other people. It just makes us more aware of the different forces in play when it comes to things like change and how much effort it takes to change. And when we realise and we commit to our own lifelong healing journey, we understand realistically of what we can expect from other people and life, and how best it is in the beginning to at least align with people, especially when we live closely with them on a more deeper level, to allow us to flow. But although this is ideal, a diamond needs to go under pressure to become a diamond. So on a practical level, the super new moon wants us to reassess our goals and ambitions. It encourages us to climb the metaphorical mountain of success by day-to-day actions, highlighting the importance of hard work, discipline and perseverance. That is, keep on going after failure, after heartache and pain, and just staying focused on meeting and achieving our desires and meeting our needs on all levels. Politically, this energy can bring more of a sense of responsibility among leaders. They can call for more transformative action in government systems, especially when it comes to getting us back into work and benefits, welfare state benefits, and that. Politicians may prioritise the collective well-being over personal gains right now. In terms of social impact, this new moon encourages communities to come together and support each other on their individual and collective journeys towards growth and self-improvement. In terms of symbolism, as I said, the mountain pilgrimage brings a sense of and signifies the unity of individuals on a shared path, even if we're all walking and doing different things, in different ways. But we recognise that each person's progress contributes to the collective sort of rise, ascent towards a higher state of consciousness and a higher, more equal sort of world. So recognizing that we may have different beliefs, different ways of living life, but looking at the connections, and we're all trying to live a better life and seeing how we can cooperate more on, so we can reach our collective and individual goals as well. Spiritually and esoterically, it signifies a sacred journey towards a higher way of understanding ourselves and others in the world on the spiritual, emotional, psychological levels, but in a practical and grounded way. So this energy allows us to explore spirituality, but in a realistic way that we can incorporate into our day-to-day life. And that's what authentic spirituality is all about. It's about how can we make this ethereal knowledge practical, and then how, so it, you know, this energy wants us to reach the highest love, and the only way that we can do that is reaching it within ourselves, yes, but then showing others how to do that. And ultimately the only way we can do that is being an example ourselves and practicing what we preach. So this energy wants us to get real about what it takes to heal and to have compassion for ourselves and others, to manage the emotional and psychological and spiritual wounds that get in the way of our personal growth and understanding. And because the 27th degree of Capricorn rules the deep nerves in the human body, it brings our attention to the importance of lifelong care for our physical and energetic well-being, and also, you know, the fact of our nerves has such an intricate role to play in not only in our physical health but our spiritual health as well as our psychological health, reminding us that it's important to prioritize self-care and looking after all aspects of our health, especially our psychological, physical, financial and spiritual health. So in terms of relationships, when the new moon is in the 27th degree of Capricorn, it can bring a sort of more of a sense of unity and help us develop stronger bonds or reconnect with family members, but it can also bring power struggles and challenges related to authority within the family unit. In terms of friendship and co-worker relationships, it encourages us to work together and mutually support each other and work towards, you know, shared goals and work as a team to resolve problems. Negatively, hidden tensions in our friendships and co-worker relationships may come up, and we may have to confront things we don't really want to confront, because you may not want to, you know, Capricorn energy can make us emotionally colder, so, and want to focus on work, so we may not readily want to face the problems, but doing so can help us build stronger connections. In terms of committed relationships, it helps us find practical solutions to ongoing issues, but again it may bring underlying tension to the surface, and this can, you know, bring unexpected arguments or arguments that you avoid to talk about can just come up right now and you have to talk about them. In terms of hookup relationships, it can make us want to explore more, it can make us more excited, but we have to be cautious as well because we can feel more detached and lack emotional connection. So it's important to gain consent in all that we do in our casual relationships. As always, karmically, it signifies a time for releasing past burdens, taking more responsibility for our actions and embracing more structure, accountability and discipline into our day-to-day lives to actually get real. If we want a better life, we have to change our daily habits. The only way we can change our daily habits is by building solid foundations and starting new habits slowly, watching our new habits grow as our old ones fight. You know, sometimes there's a quote that says, to be successful, and quoting it loosely, in change we focus all our energy on the new and not on the old, and this is how we bring the change into our lives. So this energy reminds us of that, and past lives where we have unresolved karma in relation to how we misuse or don't use our authority, how we are ambitious or lack ambition, how we are determined or lack determined can come into our dreams or into our experiences right now, and whatever comes up now just wants to be addressed, acknowledged and transformed. In terms of our career, It's a good energy to use strategic planning and hard work to achieve our goals. On the spiritual, personal and educational development levels, it pushes us to balance our responsibilities with self-reflection and growth and healing. This can lead to a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment, and just reminds us to take some time out to have fun and relax. Yes, Capricorn energy is all about, being practical, but we don't want to go into burnout, so we must take time out for self-care to nurture our relationships over the next 2 weeks as the energy of this new moon goes on. So the best things for creatives to do with this energy is to just think about new techniques to bring to their practice, whether you're a designer, a writer, a musician. Professionally, it's a good energy to network with and to sort of expand your knowledge and connections, so really good for research. Entrepreneurs can use this energy for strategic planning and identifying opportunities for business and personal growth as well. Alternative healers can use this energy to explore innovative healing techniques, and lovers can use the energy of this new Capricorn moon to have intimate conversations and plan a romantic getaway at the best use. And even if it's just an hour watching your favourite show together, just doing things that brings that togetherness back into your relationships as well, even though this energy can be icy cold. So now I'm just going to talk about the aspects that are going on when the moon is entering its new moon phase. So the moon makes a sextile to Venus, and it's applying at a 1.01 degree orb, so it supports us being more nurturing and to attract more meaningful relationships into our lives. So just repair conflict and deepen the bonds connection in our existing relationships. By focusing on developing emotional balance and expressing affection, we can make the most of this the moon sextile to Venus. The sun and the moon also makes a square to Uranus at this time, so this can bring sudden disruptions and changes and can mess with our sense of stability as well. So it's crucial to be flexible at this time and to use this energy to start the work or continue the work of letting go of old self-destructive thought, behaviour, relationship patterns, and opening ourselves up to sort of experience new relationships and patterns and stuff. So yeah, the sun and the moon also makes a sextile to the moon's north node, so this allows us to align our thoughts with our actions and our intentions with our soul purpose. So it just supports us going forward on our spiritual journey and embracing new opportunities and starting new things, and this is what the new moon energy is all about. And don't rush into starting new things. I talk more about this on a pre-recorded audio that I've done for general new moon, so if you want to check out the playlist to listen to that. But sometimes in the new moon stage, it's just about planning, writing things down, setting your intentions, being gentle with yourself. You don't always have to rush to just start everything new. Remember, the planning stage of anything is always the most important. Venus also makes a conjunction to Mars at this time, so it can make us more intense in our relationships. We should use this energy to express our affection openly, just be more passionate. So again, it supports us being, loving and repairing sort of problems in our relationships as well, not by ignoring them, but by consciously addressing them. Mercury makes a square to Jupiter, so this supports us being open to new ideas and beliefs, being able to express ourselves more clearly as well. But we just have to watch out for becoming over optimistic over this new moon period as well. But it supports us in staying grounded in reality, as well as sharing our knowledge and expertise with others, or just engaging in meaningful conversations. Mercury makes a conjunction to Pluto, so this supports us being transformed and uncover hidden truths as well, and just to gain more insights into ourselves as well. So just great for all kinds of in-depth research and meditation and journaling. Venus makes a semi-square to Saturn, so this can bring a sort of sense or add to the sense of restriction and tension in expressing our love and just sharing love with ourselves, if we're just spending this time alone, live alone and whatever. So the best use of this energy is to use it to strengthen your relationship with yourself and others and focus on bringing more long-term stability into your life. Venus also makes a trine to Uranus, so this can bring excitement and unpredictability in the matters of the heart. It encourages us to embrace being spontaneous and explore new possibilities in our relationships. It's a good time for trying out new activities with our partners and meeting someone who brings more of like a refreshing change to our love life. Venus makes a square to the moon's north node as well, so this just supports us connecting with our higher self, what can bring conflict between what we want in our relationships, what we need for our spiritual growth. Jupiter sextile to Saturn brings balance between our need to expand and being practical, so it just supports us in setting realistic goals, which is good, and creating solid foundation for our personal and professional plans. Mars is sextile to Neptune, as with all Neptune energy can make us run away into our addictions, toxic relationships and overindulging in sex, porn, drink and alcohol, as well as telling lies and secrets and hiding from ourselves and others and being deceived and wanting to be deceived and manipulated and ignoring red flags as well. So just watch out for that. But positively, Mars's energy here allows us to find innovative ways to achieve our ambitions and to solve our problems as well, to tap into our imagination, so finding creative solutions to our problems. Mars's conjunction to Pluto just sort of like supports us to overcome our obstacles as well, and sort of like negatively can add to the manipulation and aggression that can take place, as I said before, so just watch out for that. Mercury's opposition to the midheaven allows us to be more authentic in our careers and our educational kind of settings, helps us to bring more honesty in our communication. Mars's opposition to the midheaven, which is the final aspect of today, supports us respecting other people's boundaries and setting our own boundaries as well, as standing up for ourselves and finding that middle ground between standing up for ourselves and allowing others to do so as well. It can also add to the tension and power struggles, especially in the workplace, that can happen. But if we remember to try and calm things down, work with others to find a resolution and be diplomatic and kind, then things can go well. As I said, at the time of this super new moon in Capricorn, the moon and the sun are both in the 4th house in the 27th degree of Capricorn, and Uranus is in the 27th degree of Aries in the 8th house. So I'm just going to talk about what that means. So yeah, the 27th degree of Capricorn allows us to really sort of like build more strength, endurance and determination in our life as well, and unlock our true potential. Imagery, of the pilgrim and the mountain. The mountain is strong, there's a bottom and there's a top, and it's symbolically in psychology. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a triangle like mountain, and at the top is like our self-actualization. So just looking into the things that can bring you peace and contentment in life. So it's good for lifetime planning, 3-year plan, 5-year plan, 1-month plan, 12-month plan, couple goals and setting new intentions. It allows you to sort of research your emotional foundations and family sort of history as well. So good for all sorts of ancestry research, but also getting to the root of your trauma, psychological and emotional traumas and spiritual traumas. Why do you not like religion or spirituality? What are the reasons why you reject certain things? Why do you respond in certain ways to emotions? What things trigger your emotions, and why do these things trigger your emotions? What things that you need to heal within yourself? This energy invites us to explore our inner world and confront our deep-seated fears and unresolved issues that are holding us back from feeling whole within. Uranus, which is in the 25th 5th degree of Aries at this time and in the 8th house, and it rules the sternocleidomastoid muscle, which controls the movement of our head and neck, and the Sabian symbol associated with this degree is a double promise, reveals its inner and outer meaning. So it reminds us that there's more to life than what meets the eye, and to go beyond the surface of our interactions and dig deep into the layers of our connections with others, pushing us to question traditional norms and expectations that limit our freedom and individuality, and to sort of like just break free from people's expectations and societal constraints that call us to be this or that, and to embrace our authentic selves. And to embrace our authentic selves, we have to find it. It's often hiding behind many layers of psychological and emotional pain, and we need to heal our inner child. So this new moon just calls for us and pushes us towards our personal transformation and liberation. In terms of fixed star aspects, at the time of the new moon, the sun and the moon are in the trine to Capella, Fact and Bellatrix. So Capella is renowned for its strong love of movement, and it supports us in embracing change and exploring new horizons with passion and enthusiasm. Fact calls us to be more adventurous, also supports us in new experiences. Bellatrix reminds us that success often comes through shadow, through exploring the darker parts of our psyche and life as well. So it acknowledges that by accepting and not running away from our shadows and the shadow aspect of others and the world, and this doesn't mean we just let other people hurt us or anything like that, or we hurt ourselves, but by embracing the depths and the complexities within us and taking that time out to heal and understand and confront our fears and insecurities, and being vulnerable with ourselves and those we can trust, can help us turn our the things we see of weakness or unlikable into sources of strength and resilience. The sun and the moon also makes the quincunx to Castor, so they remind us of the creative powers within us and wants us to have a renewed sense of passion and inspiration within us. But the moon and the sun square to Zubin Escamali reminds us that there's going to be challenges, especially in terms of social reform and social expectations as well. But it just reminds us to navigate these challenges that come up over this new moon period and in life in general with a more of an open mind, preparing ourselves by learning skills, making ourselves more, building that strong foundation of self-love, understanding, compassion and management can just help us manage society as it goes through its many changes. Uranus forms a trine to the fixed star Piscean, so this just reminds us that there can be many short-lived experiences and opportunities right now, so go after what you want, but also be cautious as well. Don't get lost in the fantasy. It encourages us to be open-minded, yes, but also flexible and ready to seize any unexpected chances that come up at this time, but to also check facts as well. Uranus' sextile to the fixed star Argyle encourages us to use our inner strength and embrace our passions wholeheartedly, allowing our inner wisdom and needs to guide us towards our success and inner contentment and fulfillment. But negatively, we have to be aware that sometimes we have enduring attacks, continuous ups and downs, and when we get used to it, that this is life. We have the night and the day. In some regions, most of the earth, we have patterns, we have cycles, we have good and bad, and this is all part of life. Things are not going to be 100% good all the time. It's not going to be 100% bad, and even when they're 100% good, the badness will come again, or the things we don't like will come again. So we have things we like and things we don't like, and they'll always be part of life. So we have to train ourselves to become resilient and to be kind of still and calm, keep on going even when life is good, which is a lot easier, but even in the times when the things that we don't like are happening. So Uranus square to Achilles remind us that yes, there will be obstacles and enduring attacks, but in the face of adversity, perseverance and resilience will be our best friends, and they can enable us to overcome the obstacles and achieve our goals. So The new moon in Capricorn reminds us of the importance of being firm like the mountain goats, holding on, even though there's every chance that we can fall off life. So yeah, in conclusion, this new moon in Capricorn wants us to start or continue our inner pilgrimage, exploring the depths of our psyche, uncovering our hidden strengths and potentials by nurturing our deep psychological and emotional and spiritual wounds, especially the ones we numb ourselves from when our nerves, which is represented by the 27th degree of Capricorn, are triggered. We can open ourselves up to a profound sense of self-love, acceptance, awareness, compassion, forgiveness and management, discovery and transformation if we take the time out to heal ourselves and understand ourselves and others. The new moon calls us to release old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us and embrace new perspectives that align with our higher purpose. The super new moon in Capricorn reminds us of the interconnectedness of all beings and the importance of living in harmony with ourselves and nature and the world. And as we climb the metaphorical mountain of success, we are reminded that true fulfillment comes not from just material achievements and things, but from aligning our actions with our soul, higher consciousness, calling or just our authentic wants and needs. So use this energy to take time out to reflect on your thoughts, behaviours, ways of relating to yourself and others, your goals, and evaluate whether they are in alignment with your authentic values and purpose. Are you living your life or are you living other people's expectations? So yeah, it's time to reassess your priorities and make a plan to make the necessary changes in your life to ensure that you're on the right path or you get on the right path as well. And the super new moon in Capricorn can be a powerful catalyst to start or continue changing your life for the better. It pushes us to take bold steps towards our dreams and reaching, our ambitions, our goals. It encourages us to embrace discipline, hard work and perseverance to achieve our goals. And it reminds us that, success is not achieved overnight, but through consistent effort and dedication and getting back up after the many, many, many failures that we all, go through in life and heartbreaks and setbacks, and just loving yourself, because life is hard and it's even harder when we don't love ourselves. So just, taking the time out to think of all the barriers that stop you from loving and embracing yourself in a practical, grounded way. The new moon in Capricorn wants us, the key word is practicality. So, how can you be more practical in your efforts of self-love, acceptance, healing, understanding and management? So yeah, that's the end of this analysis of the new moon, super new moon in Capricorn. So take care and see you next time.